Hey there, this is Dave Listens to Hi-Fi, and just had a little thing that I noticed the other day. I just wanted to make it as a lesson to anyone who's setting up their equipment. So I was reviewing an integrated amplifier the other day, and so I had my equipment set up a little bit different because my speaker cables only kind of stretch over to here, and I needed to have my turntable closer to the integrated amp. So I had my turntable up here, and then I finished the review, and I had things set up here a bit. Turntable up here, but I didn't really like it there. I preferred it over here. So I moved everything back, and once I had hooked it all up, when I turned up my amp a little bit, you know, to the 9-10 o'clock, I heard a hum through the speakers. I'm like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. So I took my cables and I made sure that the power cables and the signal cables were all separated from each other. Because if you have your power cables close to signal cables, especially phono cables, because it's such a low signal, you can get some noise induced. So separated those all out, and it was still there. I was still getting a bit of a hum. And then I hooked up, I took a separate ground wire here, and I took the ground and it goes right to my water entrance. So I knew I had a good ground, and I tied it into the same ground on the amplifiers. I still had the sound. And then I started moving some other stuff around, and I disconnected my ground cable from my turntable, and the hum went away. And so what it was, I think there was just a ground loop being created somehow, but once I ungrounded the turntable, and then I kept the ground wire tied into the amplifiers, completely silent. Like I turn it up, you know, way louder than I ever listened to it, and still silence through the speakers. And that's with the tube preamp, a tube phono stage, and the tube preamp. Really quiet. So if you're setting things up and you find you can't get a silent turntable, a silent phono stage, play with the grounds. You know, sometimes disconnecting them will make all the difference. So just a little lesson I had when I was moving stuff around I thought you should know. Thanks for watching. Dave Listens to Hi-Fi.